This is a game that I prefer to mispronounce the title of it, and it is the Lost Runes of Arnak. It's the Lost Ruins of Arnak, but the Lost Runes of Arnak just sounds more fun to me. Now let's tell you a little bit about this game. This is a honestly pretty heavy game. There's a lot of stuff in here. Pretty cool. I think that this game looks so much more intimidating than it is. Now this is a fairly heavy game for being, I think, marketed as a family game. Pretty heavy for that, but not overall not all that heavy a game. I say family game because it's like pretty high up on Board Game Geek as a family game, and so I was curious to check it out. I think because of the artwork and different gameplay and that kind of thing, it works really well being approachable as a family game. But what you've got out here, you've got a few different options of what you're doing. You're exploring one area and you're moving up on another track to get points and to get various little benefits as well. And so you're trying to find different combinations of, if I go here, I can take a spearhead, an arrowhead, and if I go here I can take a gem, and then I can use the gem and the arrowhead to move up on the research track, and that would give me this bonus, which would allow me to do, so there's a lot of that kind of thinking. Plus you've got your hand of cards as well. You start with a very basic hand of cards, and then you can purchase more as well, and that hand of cards kind of acts as how long you'll be able to stay in each round. You play 5 rounds, and when you run out of things you can do, you're done. You pass basically until the next round, and then everything resets and you go on to round 2. It's one of those games that seems like there's not going to be that much to do. It's going to go over super quickly. You have two meeples. What in the world? How am I supposed to do anything? That's what I thought at first, but there really, really is a lot. If you've ever played Everdell, very similar idea to where at the beginning I think you start with 2 or 3 little meeples and you're like, how am I going to do anything? But at the end, when you've got so many cards and all these decisions, there's a lot that you can do. And I think this maybe even more because Everdell, you do so much with your meeples. This, you do a lot with your meeples, but there's so much you can do without them. You can buy cards, which helps you basically give you more actions. Whenever you buy a card, it goes to the bottom of your deck, so you will use it that round, which is super cool. And so I could spend 2 coins to buy a card that says, buy a card for 3 coins, which lets me buy another card, and that kind of thing, which is just really neat. Or I could buy a card that says gain this, and then I could move up on the research track, which lets me do whatever, that kind of thing. So a lot of cool stuff right there as you're exploring. I haven't talked about the exploring action all that much. You take your meeple, you spend compasses to explore a specific area. You also have to pay the cost. It is either going to be a car or a boat, I believe, are the 2 options of what they are, a car or a boat. If you go up to the next level, you're going to need to spend 6 compasses and 2 cars or 2 boats. So this game scales really well. You flip over a tile, it gives you some automatic benefits. The higher up you go, the more benefits you get. And then there's a guardian that comes out, and you have to spend different things to defeat that guardian, which gives you more points. So really, really nice game, giving you a bunch of different options. I do like it. I think it's a little long. I've not played it really enough with enough different players and things. I played a 2-player game that was just a lot longer than I thought it would be, and so I think that it's a phenomenal game. I think it's a great game, especially for the group you're playing with, but if you're playing with someone that's not a super big board gamer, this may take a while, and they might not enjoy it. So a little heavy for a family game, but for people that enjoy games, like myself, I enjoy games, as you may or may not be able to tell. Really fun, really nice. I like the aspect of you could play a different game and take a completely different strategy. I'm going to go just for this. I'm going to try and skyrocket up the research track this time, but they really do interplay quite a bit, and so it's hard to do one without doing the other, if that makes sense. But that is the Lost Ruins of Arnak. show you a little bit back here of what all of this entails. You've got your cards. They have different abilities on them, plus up in the top left. So I can use this basically to gain a coin and a compass, or I could use it for the boat symbol if I was going out and digging at a site or discovering a new site, that type of thing. Pretty fun. Pretty nice little game. Big game. It's a big game. It takes up a lot of table space, a lot of pieces, a lot to set up, that kind of thing. But it does look like more than it is, I will say that. That is the Lost Ruins of Arnak. Hopefully it gives you guys just a nice little touch and a taste of what this game is, what it does, and why it may or may not be right for you. Thanks.